Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 21st of December 2023. It's 9:07 a.m. I'm going to do a trade setup here, do a little quick technical analysis on the 1 hour chart for the ES. So let's start here. We had this big sell-off from yesterday. We got back down to the automatic reaction, which is at 47.46.25. We actually broke below that. So we had like let's see here. We had a low of 47.43.25. So with this retest here of the automatic reaction, if this is a distribution structure, then we're supposed to get some buying straight up above this uptrust and above the second uptrust I have labeled here, or maybe above this secondary test on the weekly. So we may get like a push above this level here, probably like to R3 at around 48.96 and possibly even up to weekly R4 at 49.31.50. So that's if we're looking at that as like a redistribution structure, right? So in this this latest little move right here, we could look at this as well as a reaccumulation structure, right? Where we could get something like this is the automatic rally here, that's the high. We're gonna come back down, we're gonna test make a secondary test here, and then we're gonna get some volatility within this area before we actually break above. So this morning I'm gonna look for like a automatic not an automatic but like a secondary test here coming back down to the lows. We already have signs of this taking place here where they took profit here. I think some news came out, and at the previous week's high we got selling, right? So let's go to the daily chart and see if that lines up. Right, so we have Camarilla R4 here. This is in a lower value relationship, lower value. So let me just take off some of this stuff here. And let's start with the market profile. All right, so the market profile is still up here. This is where the majority of the value was yesterday, in this area right here. So let's see. The value area high is right here. It's at the uptrust level at 48.30.75. This is the POC area right here between these two lines, right? And that's the value area low, right, at 48.09.92. So the POC area is between 48.22 and 48.18. So we're way below that right now. So I'm thinking if we get any further buying today, we could probably come up to the POC area or probably test the value area low at 48.09. And let's see here. This is in a higher value relationship. The value area high was 48.04 yesterday, so this is a higher value relationship. We're actually opening way below that, so that's rejecting that higher value thesis right there of like searching for higher value at the moment. So let's see, go into the pivots. Right, so the pivots is in a lower value relationship. Let's see, yesterday the central pivot was up here. That's approximately, let's see here, 48.10. And now the central pivot is at 47.74.58, right? And that's the top central pivot, and that's the bottom central pivot right there. So top central pivot is at 47.62.17, and bottom central pivot is at 47.87. So we open in the ETH here at 47.51. That's that yellow cross line right there. And we open below the central pivot. So we eventually came back up, regained the central pivot range, tested around the pivot level, and then we broke up here to this bottom central area, right? And that's the previous week's high, so we got some rejection right there. And this is all in line with the 1 hour buying climax and the secondary test, so we're getting sellers right there, right? We're getting some support here at the preliminary supply on the 1 hour chart. This is part of like the Wyckoff theory and stuff like that, so you could check out some of the previous videos where I kind of broke down where I set up these levels. So let's see here, go into the Camarilla setup. All right, so the Camarilla setup is in a lower value relationship where Camarilla R3, which is at now 47.73.80, is lower than yesterday's Camarilla S3, which was at 48.11, right? So let me just point that out with the arrows. Previous day Camarilla S3, today's Camarilla R3, so a lower value relationship, right? So this is suggesting that we should seek lower value, probably come down here to Camarilla S3. So if we're supposed to get like a secondary test, we're already rejecting just below Camarilla R4. But this is looking bullish this morning, right? Because we already broke above Camarilla R3 in the lower value relationship. So we're kind of rejecting that lower value thesis, right? But in the bigger scheme of things, we could be looking at a secondary test back down to this level. So I'm gonna look this morning to see if we're getting rejection here at Camarilla R4. Let's see if buyers have another like a little leg up again up to Camarilla R4 or somewhere around this buying climax or secondary test, or even losing this preliminary supply and probably like a retest and short. So I'll probably go short before this Camarilla R3 level here. I just want to see how price opens, right? And let me just check some here on Bookmap. Let's go to TraderMap Pro. So this is where the liquidity is sitting here at 47.90 and 47.79, right? So let's see. I'm just checking something here, 47.79. So that's pretty close to where right here, that's like around the preliminary supply. So let's see if they're gonna head for that liquidity or if they're gonna head up to 47, what is that, 88? 47.88 is around here, which is the secondary test. So there isn't much liquidity up at these levels here. Like if price wants to search for higher liquidity, there isn't much up here. There's some liquidity down at 47.79, which is around this level here. And if we get that, we could probably start breaking down to the lower side, right? So let's see here. Anything else on Bookmap? Right, that was the breakout of Camarilla R3. The POC level is still down at this area here. We haven't moved, although we broke up to the upside. So let me put this here. I labeled this the ETH POC. So that's where the volume pointer control is in the ETH. And then I have to do some other adjustments here for, let's see, the ETH 47.7450. So on TradingView it's 47.74.50. What did it cover up there? Anyway, oh yeah, so it's kind of in line with. Let's see if I can move that. All right, so it took away that. All right, so I'll just leave it as the trade in view volume point of control for the moment, and it's also lining up with Bookmap's volume point of control. So I also label the open as well. So let's see where the volume pointer control is going to open, right? So most likely it's going to open, I guess, kind of around the same level. So I'll put it close by here. All right, yo. So that's my trade setup. I'm looking for some shorts here. A breakdown of probably a retest of Camarilla R4 possibly, or a breakdown of this level here to go short, and even a breakdown of Camarilla R3 to go short, probably to get to Camarilla S3. So that'll be a traverse here, and we have to watch out for this automatic reaction here. Again, there's a lot of buyers in this area here, should be to support price, just like they did with this cascade down here. They caught it right here, right? So let's see if they'll catch it here again, or we'll get back down to like Camarilla S3. Alright, y'all, so that's my trade setup for today. It's Malak Shalomo, and I hope you all trade safe and stay blessed.